as you know, look, who you decide to go with as your carrier, that is a big decision, right? Because you're not only looking at, obviously the number one thing is money, how much is it going to cost per month, and the number two thing is availability, right? The reach, how good is the service that you buy, right? At least for the money too. You can get up towards the expensive side of things, but you should have a good amount of service as far as how far it stretches, it reaches, and how strong the signal is, right? When you're away from Wi-Fi. And typically, the cheaper the service, probably quality drops as well. Well, there's a new report that states T-Mobile actually was voted the overall best mobile network, I guess, in quality, right? This is not taking money into factor with this report. This is strictly on how strong the service is, how strong the signal is, how far it reaches. Not only that, but actual download speeds, right? Download and upload speeds. So let's look in this report to see who else scored high on the list. Now, this gives me another app review idea, because this app, OpenSignal, I'm going to review this probably today or tomorrow. I'll put a video out. It's pretty cool, and I've used it for years. It's safe, gives you a ton of information. Anyways, we'll get into that. Please be on the lookout for that app review. It's very cool. It allows you to test your carrier network. It also lets you see all the other networks, T-Mobile, at&t, Verizon. Now, it won't show you like Mint Mobile. It won't show you Metro PCS, because all of the smaller carriers use one of the bigger carriers, basically use their data, and they just resell it to you, right? So it's got the big three. So if you have a Metro PCS, just go to T-Mobile, right? Or if you have Cricket or thinking about getting Cricket, select at&t. And then wherever you see that map where it reaches, that will fall under Cricket. But T-Mobile won. So following data collected from September of last year to December of last year, OpenSignal voted T-Mobile the best overall experience carrier on 5G for consumers. The quote-unquote Un-carrier offers an average download speed of 113 megabytes per second and 12 megabytes per second for the upload stream, beating the competition by a wide margin. Regionally, T-Mobile remained quite dominant across all 50 states, and its competition jarred for space in a few areas, i.e. in the country, in the sticks, right, where there's no cell towers. That's where they really struggle, right? The Mojave Desert out in Nevada, even like the Rocky Mountains, any deserts, any huge forest areas, not necessarily forest, because but desert seems to be the once you get out more west and there's just a bunch of land, that's where the signal starts to stretch, right? So let's see, this is the second year in a row that T-Mobile has taken the award, achieving a score of 80.3%. Breaking things down, T-Mobile is well ahead of its competition in terms of average download speeds on 5G. So where does AT&T, we're not going to spend too much time because we're going to get to the big stuff, but I just wanted to bring this up. Where the other ones landed. Let's see. Wow, T-Mobile T-Mobile offers 2.5 times faster experience than the next closest in competition, which is AT&T, which has a average download speed of 45 megabytes per second. And then Verizon came in third place at 38 megabytes per second. This is insane. This is crazy, because here's the deal, real quick. T-Mobile's known to have a ton of data breaches, right? And that has to enter your mind if you currently have T-Mobile, or you're thinking about getting T-Mobile. You have to worry about these data breaches. It seems like every few months there's a data breach and they're getting all your information, all of it, and it's sold on the dark web. But for the price, T-Mobile looks like the better deal if you don't want to go with a smaller carrier, AT&T, Cricket, Metro, even Mint Mobile, even though that's under T-Mobile umbrella. But look, T-Mobile is, prices are getting up there. They're going up, right? AT&T prices very high. Verizon prices very high, but they're on the top tier, right? T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. Well, if T-Mobile can offer you, if they're fairly close in price, T-Mobile can offer you 2.5 times the download speeds of its next closest competition, then for the price, T-Mobile seems like the better get over Verizon or AT&T. Now, you have to ultimately make that decision, right? Because some employers, will have a discount for an employee discount. If you work, not if you work for AT&T, but if you work for like McDonald's may have a deal with AT&T where you get like 20% off their service. All that, look into all that stuff. But I'm just saying, from this report, prices, once you get up to the top tier with those three, it's pretty competitive. Now, it may be expensive, but it's still competitive. And T-Mobile looks like it's by far the better choice. Again, just be wary that they do experience data breaches every so often. So just got to keep that in mind. I will link this in the description box below. I'm also going to do a app test on OpenSignal. It's a really, really cool app. And before you download it, you can go ahead and download it, but I'm going to go walk you through the whole app, how it works, how to use it. I need to do more app reviews, but I'll have that for you here coming up the next day or two.